Hey guys, it's Sleep Grandma here. This is a delightful surprise. It's all foggy today. Wonderful. I love it. Ooh, looks pretty out the window. Look at that. Fog all over the place. I love it. Gives me a nice view. Then we'll watch it clear up as it starts to clear up. Anyway, I'll be talking about perfectionism. So hang in there. What are you doing? Why? Why are you in there? Why are you sitting in the trash can? There's nothing in there. Get out of there, girl. Come on. Come on, come on. You're purring. You're always purring. You're so funny. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the word perfect. And that's a poisonous word. I mean, when you put perfect into your life, it's like pouring poison. Well, it's like pouring bleach on your tree trunk. It kills everything. For instance, if someone was to ask you which one of these is perfect, what would you say? Well, I would say this one is just fabulous because it shines, because it's strong, because it's, I can swish it around and it makes like different patterns, and it's durable. And this one is perfect because it's multicolored, because it's soft, because it's kind of breezy, and I can also shape it into different shapes. So it really is a matter of taste. Some people wouldn't like this. They would think it's tacky. The same here. Personally, I like them both. But the reason I'm discussing this is because I've seen perfection and perfectionism destroy so many lives. Perfectionism allows no room for freedom. You're constantly suppressing who you really are, and you're constantly keeping that under wraps, not letting anyone see what your true talents are. Now, the dictionary says that perfect is having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be. And we're all that, aren't we? I mean, we have all the required or desired elements. According to who? You know what I mean? According to who? I mean, what's perfect to you is not perfect to me, and what's perfect to me is not perfect to you. So, trying to read your mind and trying to figure out what you think is perfect is just way too hard. You know, I think that perfectionism is the ultimate form of people-pleasing. We're trying to figure out what this person likes, if we can meet that standard, and then as soon as we try to meet their standard, someone else comes along. Now we got to change who we are again to meet that other standard, and then another person comes along and they say they don't like that. Now we got to change again. Oh my gosh, what a constant chaos. We're in constant chaos. Now, perfectionism, the definition of that says refusal to accept any standard short of perfection. Exactly. So you're constantly criticizing yourself, constantly locking yourself away and trying to pretend to be something you are not. And that's where the anxiety comes in, and the abuse of substances come in, abuse of alcohol to drown out that pain, because it is painful when you're suppressing yourself. It's painful, and so we suppress it with drugs, alcohol, sex, I don't know, exercise, eating disorders, illnesses. We do the best that we can because we figure, okay, if we can't be perfect, well, let's just be imperfect. And so we go the other way, and that is just derailing to who we are. So when we try to be perfect, it's a constant scrutiny and unnecessary torture. I was painting with one of my little kids I babysit. She's 11. She's not that little, but she kept tearing up the painting she was making. She was trying to paint a dress on the doll, and she kept tearing it up. And I said, "Why are you doing that?" And she said that, no, it has to be perfect. And I said, "Oh, don't start up with that." I said, "Don't even go there." She's like, "What?" And I said, "Don't start being hard on yourself." I said, "It's a very hard life to live. Don't do that." Look, I'm mixing this up, and it's so pretty. So pretty. And I talked her out of it. I talked her out of doing that. And she ended up completing the painting, and it came out beautifully. And I told her, look what you did. Only you could have done this painting because it has your unique style in it. And that's what people want to see. They want to see your unique style. If everyone was so-called perfect and tried to, if everyone achieved that so-called image, which I don't even know what that image is, we wouldn't have people like Barbra Streisand, Tina Turner, James Brown, Lizzo, Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles. I mean, these are people that didn't care when anyone thought. They were just doing their thing. They got out there and they did their thing, and everybody loved it. Why? Because it was different. Because it was different. And a lot of us, when you're living that life of so-called perfectionism, you can't even change your hair because, God forbid, if I dye my hair blonde, what are people going to think? Or if I don't know, if I go on YouTube and make some videos talking, what are people going to think? And I don't care what people think. I mean, I just want to hopefully help someone. And these videos are really good for me because I found myself getting depressed because I feel like I really wanted to talk about perfectionism, but for some reason I kept putting it off. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I said, let me just do this because I woke up depressed this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Hopefully I'll feel better later on. But I do think a lot of it has to do with suppression of who you are. Now, I've had so many people ask me. I have 2 daughters. And I've had so many people ask me, who's my favorite daughter? And they're very, very different. Very, very different girls. They're both wonderful women, and they're both beautiful, beautiful girls. They both are good mothers, and they are just wonderful people, but they're very, very different. And I always tell people, no, I don't have a favorite. And they're like, yes, you do. You must have. Everybody has a favorite, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, they don't, because that would be like asking someone, what's your favorite stone? They show you a ruby and an opal. What's your favorite stone? And you saying, well, let's see, the ruby, I like the ruby because it's strong, it's red, that deep red you can get lost in. It's beautiful, just outstanding. It stands out. But then again, I like the opal because it's soft, it's multicolored, and it's smooth, and you kind of can get lost in the colors. So I really like them both. Why? Because they are different. So that's very, to me, very important to appreciate everything for the way they are. I appreciate each one of my daughters for the way she is. I know that I'm very different from my sister. She's smart, she's strong, she's a real go-getter. I'm smart, I'm strong, but I'm not as much as of a pull yourself up by your bootstraps type of gal as she is, kind of. In a different way. I am, but in a different way. I'm much more emotional than she is. Um, I think I am very caring, but we're just really different people. And it's okay to be different. You know, I told my sister that if she wasn't my sister, we probably wouldn't be friends because we're very, very different. I find myself reaching out more to people. She's not a reacher at all. She takes care of her business. She's kind of dogmatic. Um, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay to be different, you know. You can, be tolerant of each other and love each other. And I don't expect her to change. She doesn't expect me to change. So, of course, we try to convince each other to change, but you know how it is. Now look at this. I mixed this up and I don't like it. It looks like pure chaos to me. But anyway, I'm going to move that over here. But what I wanted to tell you guys was, like I said, perfection is the ultimate form of people pleasing. When I say yes to you, I say no to me. And when I say no to me, that leads me to pain. And that pain can lead to me trying to numb out that pain, and that's not good. I need to be true to myself. If I don't put myself first, who's going to put me first? You know, the greatest artists, they give into their expression of creativity, you know. When you look at a painting, and somebody taught this in the class. I don't think I took a class, but I think I heard this somewhere, that when you see an artist painting, it's not what they painted, it's the emotion that they put into it, the creativity they put into it. See, now, is that imperfect? But I like it. See, I could do this. I could do boink. See how that goes down? I like that. So, just not to be so hard on ourselves, to express who you are. You only have unique, and I know you've heard this 1,000 times, only you have certain gifts that can be offered, but it's true. You know, I'm hoping that maybe, you know, I'm not saying anything really original, but I'm hoping that it'll help someone to just break free of that, you know. So many people have lost their way in the sense that look at that, I like the green against purple. They get so tied up into meeting other people's expectations, and then they give up, and then they become, you know, get addicted to some substance because they were trying not to be themselves so bad that they just destroyed themselves. You know, I remember this guy that I knew, and we used to call him New York Michael because he was from New York. But anyway, he was so into the girl, having the house, having the cars, having, you know, whatever stuff that he just could not get off substances. And he just went nuts, started talking about slaughtering people and coming and shooting and I don't know what. But anyway, he ended up having a massive heart attack and dying. Poor guy just lived a tortured life, but it was him that was torturing himself, for gosh sakes. Give yourself a break, guys. Please let go of the perfectionism. I don't even think about being perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Believe me, I will always let you down. And it's not because I want to hurt you, but it's because I can't do everything and I can't be everything to everybody, and I'm okay with that. I'll let you know what I can do and what I can't do. And but please don't count on me for everything, because I tell people I will always let you down. I just accept that. There will always be something I didn't do. Maybe I wasn't somewhere when I was supposed to be. And look at that, the way it ran into the other one. Made a whole new color. And, just don't. I'm not going to try to meet your expectations, because I can't. Because if I try to meet your expectations and I'll let me down, I don't want to let me down anymore. I've let me down plenty of times. Look at this right here. Let me see. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me do it here. So yeah, I'm okay with not meeting your expectations. I really am. All of my life, I was always trying to fit in with people. I was trying to, fit in with my neighbors, fit in with my friends. People barely talked to me. I remember one particular time that I ended up sitting in front of the neighbor's house, and everybody else was talking and laughing, and I was just sitting there like an idiot. It was very uncomfortable, and I finally just got up the courage to get up and walk into my house. And I just thought to myself, geez, Debbie, what were you doing out there? I mean, you really didn't want to be out there. Why'd you do that? But anyway, now what I do is I just, I got to the point where I just stopped giving a damn. I just said, F this, I'm going to just be myself, be me. And lo and behold, people started gravitating towards me. Because I guess they just saw that I didn't give a damn. I had to stop caring, because it was just taking so much out of me. And yeah, that was just a ridiculous thing for me to put that on myself. The responsibility of meeting your needs? Really? I'm going to really put that on myself? Come on now. No, I'm good, actually. So today, ooh, I like this blue. Ooh, this looks real pretty. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like them both. Ah, wow, that's a hard choice. It's pretty. Today I'm much softer on myself than I used to be. I look at all the things that I do have, and I really enjoy them. I think I have a lot of qualities. I think I'm pretty good looking, I don't compare myself to other women, because I feel like I'm a palm tree and they're a aloe vera plant, and the other girl's a oak tree, and the other girl. I just feel like we're all different, so I don't compare myself to other people. I'm not one of those women that walk into a room and are like, oh my gosh, I'm the prettiest one here. Oh, she thinks she's so pretty. Please, life is too short. And it doesn't even matter, because I've seen some really so-called ugly women, because, supposedly society says whatever, that have been in these long, beautiful marriages that I wish I had, or whatever. So, yeah, I just don't even go there. I'm not willing to go under the knife and have surgery either to alter anything in my body. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Perfect. Like, okay, so you could say, some people say, oh, you're supposed to have a smaller nose, you're supposed to have a flatter stomach, whatever. But you know what? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what's beautiful to you is not beautiful to me. Sometimes I'll think such and such movie star is like, wow, fabulously looking, and other people be like, hey, he's okay looking. So it just depends. Man, that coffee's good. But perfectionism, refusal to accept any standard short of perfection. Wow. Can you imagine? Anything less than perfect is unacceptable. What a horrible way to live. And then perfect, having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be. So what I used to tell my little preschool kids was that, I had these two little preschool kids that were sitting together and the kids were painting. And so then one of them says, Miss Debbie, so-and-so said my painting's ugly. And I said, well, do you think it's ugly? No, I like it. Well, then what do you care? What do you care what he says? And then I turned to little Bobby and said, and that's not cute. You're being rude. That's mean. Don't tell him that his painting's ugly. But I said, what do you care? I always tell them, don't care about what anybody else thinks. You did the painting. I said, do you like the colors? Yeah, I like the colors. Well, then. And so then a lot of them learned to ignore what other people were saying. And they just said, look how pretty that is. They just said that they created something and they stuck to it and they were proud of it. They weren't sad when somebody said it was ugly. They just said, that's mean, leave me alone. And so you just teach them to be strong and to stand up for what they believe in. I think that, that's a lot of responsibility to put on a child, to be perfect. One of the mothers said to her little girl, I want you to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. And I remember that like a week later, I heard the little girl telling her classmate that she said, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to do the best I can. Miss Debbie says, I just have to do the best I can. And that's what it is, because here it says, perfect, having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as it is possible to be for you. They need to add on that, for you. For you. You do your best, your personal best, and that's all you can do. That's all I do every day is my personal best. And I try to continue to get better and continue to grow, but I don't torture myself about it. Because if I torture myself about it, I won't be any good to anyone. I really won't. And, I'm glad I waited to today to have this video done, because I was going to make it yesterday, but something told me, nah, not today. Not today. Wait a minute. And then this morning I had these revelations. I call those God shots. I had the revelations of what I wanted to say. One of the main things I wanted to say was that perfection allows no room for freedom. You are not free if you're trying to be perfect. There is no freedom in that at all. You're putting up all these steel walls that everywhere you turn there's a roadblock. You don't want to do that to yourself. You really don't. So I just want you guys to please, if you have to listen to this video 4 or 5 times, please do. But I always tell my little students, because I want them to start off on a good foot in life. Do not try to be perfect. Just do the best you can. Your personal best. Your personal best is not my personal best. Just try your personal best. And everything will be okay. Okay, and enjoy life, for God's sake. Enjoy life. You're not in a competition with anyone. You're not. You're just you. That's what you are. I'm not competing with anyone. I just do me. When they say do you, yeah. That's all I can do. All I can do is do me. I can't do anybody else. I can't sing like Judy Garland. I can't dance like Bruno Mars. I'm not a runway model. I'm not, gorgeous Sophia Loren. You know, I think Sophia Loren is one of the most beautiful women in the world. I really think she probably is the most beautiful woman in the world. Some people disagree. To each his own. But I'm just saying, be true to yourself and what you like and stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to be different. Janis Joplin was different. Stevie Wonder was different. Jim Morrison was different. Just a lot of people are different, but we have to express. If we don't express ourselves in a positive way, it'll come out in a negative way through substance abuse. I have so many alcoholics and drug addicts that I know are perfectionists. So please don't do that to yourself. Don't start down that road. And if you are down that road, please turn around. Please turn around. If you have to listen to this 20 times, please do, because you need to accept yourself and just do your personal best. And that's all we can do, guys. So that's all for today. And I hope this helps someone. I really did. I really do. You know, I've been down that road. I only speak because I've been down that road. And it's a torturous road to go down. Never can meet expectations. I lived with someone that constantly had me under scrutiny, and it was quite torturous. So don't do that to yourself, guys. And especially don't do that to your children. Please, I beg of you. All right, guys, I like the way that came out. Look at that. It looks like a burst of flowers. Have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye. Much love. Hey, guys, I forgot to mention something. I'm not perfect. If you're considering having a baby to save your relationship, please don't do that. Please. Because if that baby isn't what you think is perfect, what your conception of perfect is, you're going to give it a hell of a life. So please don't do that. Please don't put that responsibility on those tiny shoulders. Life is hard enough. And that's one thing I really wanted to say. Life is hard enough without torturing ourselves with perfection. So please, please save yourself and save that child. And please don't have a baby to save your relationship or to fix your life. You need to fix your own life. Don't put that responsibility on a child. And if you got pregnant and your life has changed unexpectedly, oh well, accept what you have and work with it. It's going to be okay. All right, thanks, guys. I just thought it was very important to add that bonus. Much love, guys. Give yourself a break.